Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Void Playground. So today we're going to be talking about the Academy Awards. It just happened, and you're going to get our perspective and things like that. So let's get into it. So we do have JD here.
Hi, everyone.
You guys know JD. He's been on every podcast. He's been amazing. So JD, let me ask you a question. Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
What was your favorite movie of 2022, if you can recall? It doesn't have to be something that was nominated, but I'm just curious.
2022. Ooh. Hold on.
No, it's all good. Yeah, a lot of movies came out last year. Lots of movies.
What movies did I watch last year? I'm trying to remember. Uncharted was pretty good. I like Uncharted. And then what else? Wakanda Forever was also another good one.
Yeah, that was good.
Doctor Strange, it was okay for me. I'm not a huge fan of Doctor Strange.
See, I love Doctor Strange. I like Sam Raimi as the director. He's really great.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good movie. It's just that I'm not a fan of Doctor Strange.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's the only movies I watched last year. I didn't watch too many movies last year, to be honest.
So, how do you feel about the Academy Awards? Do you feel like it's kind of just... Do you feel like it's a joke? Do you feel like it's something that we should revere in society? Like what's your thoughts on the Academy Awards in general?
I have mixed feelings about it, really. Basically because one of it's like the representation of like the diversity of the actors and actresses that are nominated. This year, finally, we were able to like have a lot of diversity, and especially like I don't know, we're going into it right now. So like for example, Michelle Yeoh won Academy, like she won an Oscar, and she's one of the first Asian actresses to win an Oscar.
Yeah, for best actress. Yeah,
Yeah, for best actress.
So yeah, did you watch everything everywhere all at once?
I didn't get a chance to, but I do have it. I bought it off of iTunes, but I have not got a chance to watch it yet. I hear it's very good, and I'm really wanting to watch it.
It's really, really good. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's super duper good. It's what I liked about that movie, and that one also won Best Picture. So everything all everywhere all at once, it won Best Picture. I believe it also won Best Director, and Best Actress. Yes, Michelle Yeoh and Jamie Lee Curtis also got that one, and then the other dude, I forgot his name. Oh God, Indiana Jones, Goonies. Is it Ki Kwan? And then also they won Best Original Screenplay. So they won a lot of awards. It was a really, kind of a big...
Ki Hui Kwang.
Yeah. Him. Also, yeah, he was really good. So that was a really good movie. Everything all at once was really good. I really liked The Batman. That one also got nominated, I think, for 3 Academy Awards.
When it came to The Batman, again, like I am very biased towards Batman movies.
Of course.
Yeah, like we said in previous episodes, the only person I could see Robert Pattinson play because he's so typecasted as is Edward Collins.
Yeah, I mean, I think just from like a cinematic perspective, just looking at everything that was nominated.
Mm-hmm.
All Quiet on the Western Front got 9 nominations. And I mean, you had so many movies, like so many. I wasn't able to see like I didn't see that one. I didn't see Elvis. I didn't see The Fabelmans. I didn't see Tar. I really want to see Tar because I'm a huge Cate Blanchett fan.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Top Gun Maverick. I did see Black Panther. Got nominated for 5, and it did. I don't think it won any. Or no, maybe it did win. No, wait, hold on. Oh no, yeah, it did. Yeah, it won. It won for the costume, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And then you had Babylon. Haven't seen that one. I need to watch that one. Obviously, we mentioned The Batman. Triangle of Sadness. I haven't seen that
I
one. I watched The
no,
Whale.
I haven't seen that one either.
I watched Living. Oh, no, I didn't watch Living, and I didn't watch Women Talking. So, um, of those movies that we just mentioned, which ones have you seen?
So I've seen, of course, Batman. I've seen what is it? I'm looking at the list too. Wow, I mean Black Panther, of course, I've seen that one. Damn, did I only watch a few movies last year?
These are just the ones that were nominated for Academy Awards.
No, like that's the thing is like I don't think I watched that many movies. Oh, Turning Red, I watched that one. Oh, that was a good one.
Did you watch Avatar?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to watch it. Again, it's on my list of things to watch.
I'm not even a big Avatar fan. I really like that one. So let me ask you this. So, The Whale, Brendan Fraser won for The Whale, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about like that movie? Or how did,
didn't
or
watch
not
it.
about the movie, but about like, do you know the controversy with the movie?
No, what is the controversy?
So, okay, so in the movie he plays it's a fantastic movie, by the way, just a beautifully told story. But like, Brendan Fraser basically plays Charlie, and he's basically a 600-pound man, and it kind of
Mm-hmm.
deals with addiction and overeating. But he wears a fat suit in the movie, and the makeup is really amazing. But a lot of people, are kind of upset about it for various reasons. Just because like, hey, some people say it's fat shaming. Some people say that they should have got a real kind of bigger person, and there's a lot of arguments going around. But I don't know. For me personally, it's like first of all, how many actors can health wise, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like be 600
Yeah.
pounds and then also act the way he did. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah,
that
of
movie.
course.
So, but on the other hand, like I kind of get it, right? It's like it's a little. I see. Like the movie's not insensitive towards the eating problem, and I think the movie's really just about like addiction in general, how it can just kind of consume us, and also just the struggle, right? The struggle with with loved ones and how it affects our lives and things like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Well, here's the thing. No matter what happens, everybody's gonna find something to complain about.
That's true.
Any piece of content coming out, any piece, like doesn't matter if it's a movie, TV show, music, book, artwork, or whatever, everybody's gonna find something to complain about. Like again, you can't please everybody, and
You're
those
right.
people saying those things, did they even watch it? That's the thing. Like,
I mean, it doesn't glorify anything. It doesn't. It just simply like this is what this man struggles with, and
yeah.
It's got
And
Sadie
so,
Sink in it. It's got. Are we gonna say?
and no, I'm just saying like it brings to light what like his. I think it's based off a true story, right? Is it based
No,
off
it's
a true
based off
story
of
or
a.
like
It's based off of a play. It might
it's
be
based
based
off a
off of
play?
a true
Okay,
story.
but there are like I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything like that. There are people that are that type of weight and everything, and it just brings light to the audience saying that these people do exist. So be aware, and on top of that, like, it just shows people that like, hey, this is what addiction looks like. Doesn't matter if it's addiction to alcohol, drugs, food, what
Right.
or porn or whatever. Like if you see these signs in yourself, go seek help.
It definitely like makes you empathize with
Yeah,
like
it
his
makes you
struggle.
empathize with the person, the character.
Yeah, 100%. And good for Brendan Fraser. I've always loved Brendan Fraser. Obviously, The Mummy. We grew up with that.
Yeah, of course.
George of the Jungle. Bedazzled. I really liked him in Bedazzled. He's in a lot of good stuff. He was in a movie called No Sudden Move. That one was really good. He's kind of like, he's making a little bit of a comeback. So,
Yeah, I remember watching him as a kid.
yeah. He just, he's really, kind of come back, and he's just really, really humble, and just I don't see any other actor that could have pulled off this role the way he did. And
Okay.
so,
Well, I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, so I can't really
yeah,
say.
no, definitely you should check it out, man. Definitely you should check it out.
Okay.
It's
Is
just
it gonna be
interesting,
on? Yeah. Is it gonna be on any streaming service?
Probably they'll probably do like an Academy Award streaming thing. So yeah, so like for me, I think it's interesting. Like, with addiction, there's a movie called Shame, right, by Michael Fassbender.
Mm-hmm.
Or not by Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender's in the movie, and Michael Fassbender does such a great. He does such a great job in that movie, and it's also about addiction and things like that, and the struggle of like shame and all that. And I just find it interesting, like, in the Academy Awards, it's all someone's opinion, right?
Of course, yeah.
And I'm not a film critic. I don't know any of this stuff, but I just think it's really cool. Just some of the, I think just really, like, I think a lot of people that get mad over this stuff, like people were mad that Jamie Lee Curtis won, my thing is, like, this is a celebration of film. To even be nominated is like an honor, right? Like, if you're nominated for an Academy Award, forever on like your little, like when you're starring in something or whatever, they'll say Academy Award nominee, or 2-time Academy Award nominee, right?
Yeah, of course. Because even getting a nominated is a big accomplishment.
Oh, it's huge, yeah.
Yeah, like not winning is even more a bigger accomplishment, but even just getting nominated, like that is just huge on its own.
Yeah. For me, looking at, okay, so I could be wrong, but before Michelle Yeoh, the only person of color that had won Best Actress in a leading role was Halle Berry.
Yeah, I think I remember that year.
And I can agree with you. I think that people of color, they should be represented a little bit more, but also at the same time, and I was talking to my friend about this earlier. Like, I don't think like if you're Asian or if you're Black or whatever, like I don't think like that's why you should be nominated, right? Like if someone's like, or not, like, I think like if someone said like, oh, you won because you're like Asian or something like that, I'd rather be like, I'd rather have won, because I did a good job, right? You know what I mean?
Oh no, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, in general, she is the first Asian to ever be nominated. And, like, there's a lot more people out there. Like, Michelle Yeoh has been in the business for decades.
Years, yeah.
Yeah. And finally, she just got nominated, Like, she's the only one of Asian descent by far to get nominated.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, like, last year was Jessica Chastain. Frances McDormand was the year before that. Then the year before that was Renee Zellweger, and then Olivia Colman, The Favorite. That was a performance. When I saw Olivia Colman in The Favorite, I'm like, she's gonna win. Like, that's just kind of.
And then kind of a given.
Yeah,
like, she's really talented.
Yeah, the Favorite was really good, but yeah, a lot of like. There's really not much diversity in the category of women, Best Actress, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, like I said, it's a situation of, really just. There's also like, the other thing is like there's also like a lot of Asian actresses and actors that, maybe get typecast or maybe get put into a specific type of role, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we're always typecast until most recently, actually. Like, in recent years, we have deviated away from that. But like, even just like 5-10 years ago, like, we were being still typecasted,
Yeah, and I mean, okay, so like I grew up, the Asian actor that I grew up with, that I always loved, and it's gonna sound cliche because he's everybody's favorite, but I really love Jackie Chan. I grew up with like like Rumble in the Bronx and Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon, those movies. And he I don't know, he's just really interesting, in that sense. But but it kind of like obviously in Bruce Lee, like the Asian like master, right? Like the
Hmm.
Chinese like master and in movies like that. That's kind of like the stereotype, And
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're kind of breaking away and we're seeing
Hmm.
more family movies. Like I know, like we're seeing just movies that just aren't that. You know what I mean? That
Yeah. Of course.
and so that's pretty cool. But also I don't think there's any shame, in I think when it becomes kind of like I don't know. It's like when it starts to become like, oh god, what's the word? Like when it stifles creativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when it does stuff like that, and it's like, you know, for me, like looking at the movies that I did see, like I said, everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once. It was creative. It was different. It was
It was very creative from what I seen from the trailer, and then also interviews and reviews. Like everybody, like all the critics keep saying that it's really good and very creative for the director that did that.
right. And and in my case, I'm not a huge like fan of like Avatar, the first one, but like the new Avatar,
Hmm.
right? Like that one also got nominated for Best Picture. Um, and I'm glad everything everywhere all at once won, but like, Avatar, like on a technical level, right? Like just the visual effects, which I believe it did win for.
Yeah, it did win for visual effects. I'm looking at it right now.
Like that movie had like mind-blowing visual effects, and I think
Hmm.
what's interesting to me is the different types of movies now that are getting nominated. So, like the idea of a superhero movie like Black Panther getting nominated for um like 5 Academy Awards, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's unheard of, right? Let alone winning, right? Winning for costume design. So I mean, it just shows like the landscape we're in, right? Like a lot of people didn't and still don't take superhero movies seriously, and maybe a lot of them aren't meant to be taken seriously. Maybe there's elements there, but I'm just it's crazy that movie got nominated for more Academy Awards than Avatar, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that we have two superhero movies that have been nominated for stuff like that is crazy, you know. Um, Top Gun Maverick, I haven't seen it, but like the fact that got nominated for 6 Academy Awards,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
interesting to
interesting.
me.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the all the winners and nominees, and I'm just like, wow, like all these people and movies and stuff.
Yeah, and I mentioned Kate Blanchett, and
Hmm.
she's just such a great actress. Blue Jasmine, she was really great in. The Aviator, she was really great in. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, I love her in. And she's just a really amazing actress. And I watched my friend he had me watch Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
I have
Um,
not watched that one. I heard about it. I have not watched that one.
yeah,
Benjamin Button, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button is a really good movie. I do need to rewatch it. I want to rewatch it again.
Kate Blanchett could play like anything. Literally that year, right?
Hmm.
She did like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and then
Yeah.
like Curious Case of Benjamin Button. It's just like that's crazy to me. And honestly, got another good one. Like she was in Nightmare Alley in 2021. That was really good. She was with Bradley Cooper in that one. Um
Sorry about that.
oh, no worries, man. No
I got
worries.
disconnected.
All good, man. Don't Look Up. She was also in that one. Have you seen Don't Look Up?
Don't look up. I've heard it. Hold on.
It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. I think Jonah Hill's in it. Kate Blanchett's in it. I think Meryl Streep plays the president. Yeah, she
I've
does.
seen clips of it. I have not seen the whole movie.
Oh, that's a hilarious movie. It's really amazing. So I think for me, the Academy Awards, like as an actor, as a filmmaker, you know,
Hmm.
it's like the highest honor you can get. But I feel like okay, we all know what happened last year with the slap, right?
Yeah.
And
Did he get banned?
yeah, I think he's banned for like the next 10 years or something like that.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, and we've had some time to kind of cool down and really absorb it. And I just think it's sad because like Will Smith for me was, and he still is. I think people make mistakes, bad things happen. Granted, he has a lot of influence, so
Uh-huh.
but it was just like Will Smith is like a role model for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those situations where, to be honest, I don't really. And this is the sad part. Like, I don't really get excited anymore for the Oscars. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the older I get, the more I'm just I don't want to watch the Oscars, because as a kid, I will like religiously watch it every year. But now as an adult, I'm just like, whatever. Until this year when I saw Michelle Yeoh and like everything before. I keep forgetting the movie title.
Everything, everywhere, all at
Everything,
once.
everywhere, all at once. Yeah, when it won, I just looked up like YouTube videos, like the clips and stuff like that. But I didn't tune into the actual streaming of it. You know.
So what I do throughout the year, when I'm watching, because I watch a lot of movies, right? I take
Mm-hmm.
my mom to the movies. We go to the movies and things. I just watch what looks interesting to me, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of movies, some movies, they get snubbed. Like so, for example, in 2021, I believe, like, yeah, The Last Duel, right? I mentioned that in our historical epics episode, but The Last Duel is really good, and nobody cared, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just such a good movie, And but so I think the Academy Award also brings light to movies that maybe are in the eyes of pop culture, or the eyes of just a lot of people might not go see some of these movies had they not have been nominated or won.
Yeah. Exactly. Actually, I'm pretty surprised that the Adams Project is not in the nominees. Like, it
Which
was a
one?
good movie. The Adam Project.
I haven't seen it.
Hold on.
But I mean, like my process is okay. So me, I just happened to that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, looked interesting to me,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went to go see it, and I didn't know it was going to win all this stuff, but like if a movie does like that I haven't seen gets nominated for a bunch of stuff, I might go check it out, right?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
And so I think there is that element, but I also think it's really important to just seek out stuff that you like, right? Like seek out stuff that you just like, that's going to be, just really talking to our audience members, like, what's interesting to you, right? Now, like
Mm-hmm.
Tar is interesting to me because it has Kate Blanchett in it, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I just love her as an actress so much, right? So now, do I get to see every single Kate Blanchett movie ever? No, I unfortunately, even Tar, like I haven't seen it yet. So,
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen The Fablemans, right, by Steven Spielberg, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I just haven't gotten around to seeing. The good news is there's a lot of stuff that I did see that I was just, oh, cool, wow. I didn't see Pinocchio, right? The Guillermo del Toro one, that one won Best Animated Feature, right?
Really. Huh.
And it's
Interesting.
funny. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying it won. Oh, I didn't even see this one.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, great, like yeah, Disney's not like where's Disney's thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so like because usually Disney dominates, the animated, but like it's good that Guillermo del Toro, and just kind of it's a stop motion, kind of movie got nominated and won. So I mean that's really cool to see a little bit of
Yeah.
variety. Two Pinocchio movies came out like this year or last year. The Disney one and then this one. So
See, that's the thing I don't like about movies nowadays. It's basically a remake of what we grew up with. You know?
yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about we are going to make this one a little bit shorter, but let's go and talk about that.
Yeah.
So when you say remakes, you're talking about the live action remakes, right?
Yeah, the live action remakes.
Or just remakes in general.
Yeah, remakes actually in general. Yeah. For example, like I enjoyed the Jungle Book remake, but the thing is that do we really need a remake of the Jungle Book? You know, and on top of that, like the live action remake of Mulan and the live action remake of Lion King and like
it's hit and miss in my opinion, right? So
yeah, it is, but at the same time, it's like if I want to watch the Lion King, I'm gonna watch the original Lion King. You know?
Yeah, but here's the thing, JD, and this is what I realized. Okay, with all the remakes, the sequels, and all this crazy stuff. Okay, so like Cinderella, right?
Mm-hmm.
That movie came out in the 50s, I believe, and I had watched it before, but seeing the live action. Speaking of Kate Blanchett was in that one too. But like, watching the live action version, I don't know, it was just kind of refreshing. But then I see something like Aladdin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beauty and the Beast was also really good. But I see something like Aladdin, where it was okay. I thought Will Smith did a good job as the genie. I think he did as good of a job as you can do, trying to follow Robin Williams. But I don't know, just kind of
Robert Williams.
It was kind of like, oh, this is okay, right? And then some of them just didn't turn out good, like Dumbo. I haven't seen Dumbo, but I heard not great things about Dumbo. And
Lady and the Tramp was all right. It wasn't the best,
right? And so a lot of these are just kind of like one of those situations, and then you kind of have the controversy, of like something like Little Mermaid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I just want the movie to be good. I don't care if it's a black mermaid or if it's a whoever, right? I just want the movie to be good, and I'm hoping that it's good.
The thing is that on top of that, who cares? Who cares if Ariel is white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, mixed race? Who cares? She's a mermaid.
100%, man. So, I think the controversy, and here's the thing, like there are so many characters that have been race swapped. There's one, I forgot what the name of the movie was, but oh God. Emma Stone plays like an Asian, like that the character was supposed to be Asian. You know what I mean? And people don't talk about that. People don't talk about that aspect. I mean, they do talk about it, but like no one was really mad about that other than whoever was mad about it, right?
Whatever, people within our community, basically, that's it.
Right. Now, having said that, like my philosophy is if it's relevant to the story, like obviously, and it's a touchy subject. It's very touchy because
if the character figure is based on historical facts, then yes, it should go by the person's race. But if we're like, let's talk again, like Little Mermaid, Ariel, mermaids do not exist, right? As far as my knowledge, as far as 99% of the world's knowledge, mermaids do not exist. So it doesn't matter what race you are. If you're a mermaid, you're this fictional character.
100%. Having said that, I do understand where people are coming from. I understand their, but I think, to be honest, a lot of these people that are mad about Little Mermaid, they're probably not going to watch it, right?
Yeah, 100%. That they say the same thing about they say the same thing about Beauty and the Beast. They said the same thing about Lion King and all the rest of the stuff. It's like even Aladdin got hate because Will Smith was playing the genie.
I thought Will Smith was excellent as the genie.
Oh, he was very good at this genie. Well, not Robert Williams good, but
Well, the thing is, though, like you do what you can with what you have, and but I think at the end of the day, like the outrage culture, like over movies, I'm like, dude, like,
just enjoy the content that people put out. I understand there's like a gray area when it comes to ethnicity and race and stuff like that. If again, like let's say for example, the character is based on historical facts again, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
honestly though, but they weren't like the problem is these people like have selective outrage.
Mm-hmm.
I think
No,
Chris
they do. Like
that's the name of Chris Rock's new special, but it's like Nick Fury, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's traditionally a white character, and they
Yeah.
have Samuel L. Jackson playing him, like
Nobody
and
complains about that. He
not
plays
really
Samuel
no.
Jackson plays a very good Nick Fury.
Well, yeah, and you know, I understand. Like, okay, great example, Alexander, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one. It's like what they're Macedonians, right? And they have Irish people. They have Colin Farrell playing, Alexander, and I thought he did a good job though, and to me it didn't like take me out of anything. But then again, it's like, do we have any Macedonians left to play? I don't know. It's just I guess what I'm trying to get at is it's like if the story is told in a tasteful way and they're not and it works and things make sense, then But for me personally, though, and this might be offensive to people, but for me personally, I think race is a social construct. You know what I mean? Because I'm Asian myself, but I look black, right? Because I'm part black as well, right?
You're a Hapa, you're mixed.
Right. And when I was a kid, I looked much more Asian, right? Like my like, and so I just think it's kind of one of those things. Like my dad, he's half Korean, right?
Mm-hmm.
He looks Hispanic.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of people that, yeah.
And my dad's sister, my aunt, she looks Asian. So it's like it's this thing. Like, okay, so I think people, if it's not the color of your skin or the shape of your eyes or whatever, they're gonna find something else, right? Like if we all literally looked exactly the same, but we all had different colored eyes, it'd be like the blue-eyed people and the brown-eyed people, like, or whatever. Like they'd find something that, we as people, we like to categorize and put everything into categories and things like that. And what ends up happening is, we end up having a superiority complex and things like that from that. But
100% agree. Yeah.
But because, at the end,
like for example, when Crazy Rich Asians got announced, like way back then when they were being created, Henry Golding, he is part Asian, he's part Chinese and part British. A lot of people gave him flack for it because of his British half. And I'm just like, hey guys, we're finally getting a movie with Asian representation. It's fine. Calm down.
What about movies where British people play Americans? Like they don't get mad about that.
They don't get mad about that, or Americans playing British.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a cultural. I feel like there's some of it. There's nuance. There's a line. It's not all black and white. I think there is nuance to the conversation. Mm-hmm. But also I think that, like, if someone's just good, like what's her face? Is it who's playing Ariel? Halle Bailey? Is that what her name is?
I think so. Hold on.
If she's like, so far her voice sounds amazing, right? And I think at the end of the day, like if Halle it works,
Bailey.
Yeah, like I think if it works, it works. You know what I mean? It's like Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury works, and it works well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I also have to say is that if they're playing the character respectfully, then that's also another good thing too.
Yes.
If they're playing the character that's bashing or whatever, like, of course that's gonna look bad. But I'm just saying, like, these characters that we're naming and these characters that we're saying and the actors that we're naming right now is that they play their characters very well and they played it in a respectable way.
Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for Tropic Thunder, I believe. He got nominated for Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. And he's in blackface, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, me as a black person, like I'm not offended. I loved him in Tropic Thunder, but he did it in a way that it was funny, but it wasn't like insulting in any way, shape, or form. Which he easily could have, defaulted to, something that's insincere. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but a lot of people want to run with it. Again, like if you portray the character in a respectable way, that is good. That's really good, and you're not making fun of the character's race, the character's ethnic background, the character's accent, or the way they look, or anything like that. That's fine, And again, like people, I understand both sides of the story. I'm understanding like the whole we're not being represented enough, and then the whole side of people taking over our parts and like not telling our story rights and things like that. I understand all sides of the story.
Yeah. Again, and that's why I think like it's just good that we have these conversations, right? And moving forward, let me ask you this: other than Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, what other movies that were nominated for Oscars are you planning on looking that you haven't seen?
Hold on. There was one that I passed up. What was it? Where was it?
So many good ones.
There's a lot of good ones.
I mean, it's the Oscars.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That one I hear is a good one. And then, but I am interested in watching that Pinocchio one now that you said it.
Yeah, I'm not like, for whatever reason, like I have a hard time with World War I movies. Like I can watch World War II movies, but I don't know. I might check it out.
It's fascinating. I just want to see how they portray, how they tell the story.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, was there anything else that you wanted to say, JD, before we wrap it up?
Regardless of what you like, and regardless of who plays that role, as long as they play it respectfully and respect the character's background, and does a really good job with it, that's all we need. That's all we should care about. Again, like representation does matter, but at the same time, also good acting and good like storytelling also matters as well.
Absolutely, man. So listen, guys, thank you so much for listening or watching if you're on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts, right?
Yes, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify.
Okay, so we made it. Good. So listen, guys, thevoid.gg/shop. You can check out that if you want to help support The Void. Obviously, we're going to have links to, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're going to have links to all of that stuff, all that fun stuff where you can join the Discord, join in the conversation. And we really appreciate everybody here. And we look forward to talking to you guys in the next one, okay?
See you guys later.
All right, bye-bye.